Global Thing TV.
So let me ask you, when did you actually first get started with music, though?
Ooh, I've been doing music since forever, bro. Like I've been doing music since I was about 5 years old, playing on pots and pans.
Okay.
Was playing buckets with my cousin. You know what I mean?
Little Shorty?
Huh?
Little Shorty?
Yeah, I was playing
Okay.
buckets with my
I
cousin.
see him all on Facebook with the
Bruh,
buckets.
he doing his
dope,
thing
yeah.
out in Colorado, bro. He doing his thing out in Colorado. But we started playing buckets. Then I was in, I've been in band. From then, I was in band the whole time, like from middle school all the way up into high school. Then I actually played for Virginia Union percussion line. I was the drum captain for 1 year over there. And I like literally been doing music that whole time. Like I always had a passion for music. Everything from writing music to creating music. I did a little bit of production here and there, you know what I mean? But I just like I said, I love to create, you know what I mean?
Anything that you haven't done that you really want to do? Because it seems like you pretty much tackle everything in the entertainment field.
I wouldn't say that. I just kind of stick to what I know. I mean, it's something to a lot of people. To a lot of people, if it looked like I do a lot of stuff, but really everything translates into each other from where I stand. You know what I mean? Because I always, when I was younger, I was I drew. So that ended up being something that I mess around and start doing graphic design. So by me drawing and knowing graphic design, that was something that I already did. So it wasn't really a change or whatever as far as transferring that skill over to each other.
Yeah.
And then once you learn graphic design, you kind of already understand film, because film and graphic design kind of go hand in hand, especially when you go into like the editing portion and all of that stuff. Programs created by Adobe, a lot of people use Adobe products, so a lot of that stuff is the same program, it's just for a different kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's the graphic design thing. And with the music, because I engineered too, but with the music and with the music and doing video, they go hand in hand together too. Because you know what I mean, all of the tools is basically the same. So like literally, I see everything kind of in the same box. It's just all about finding where the tools at to get the job done. Because it's all about creating. You know what I mean? It's a new canvas. I'm an artist, so it's all about that. What tools you gonna use for that canvas for that particular job. You know what I mean?
So for everybody out here wondering, how did you learn how to do all the stuff that you know how to do? Was you self-taught on YouTube or?
Yep, I did everything from watching YouTube videos to just playing around with stuff to just having clients challenging me to do new things. And just, you know what I mean, if somebody say, I never really told anybody no, I couldn't do it. I just said, I'm gonna get it done. And just do it. You know what I mean? And I might take a week, I might take 2 weeks to get it done, but I'm gonna get it done. You know what I mean? Until I can get it done. And it's just using that tenacity in everything that I do. Like never say no to yourself, because the moment you say no to yourself is the minute that you're gonna start saying no to a lot of stuff.
What skill do you think was the most difficult for you to learn and master?
Writing music. I think that was the hardest thing to do, because I mean a lot of people can write raps and they can write music or whatever, but actually making music that everybody want to listen to and it can translate over to different people is the hardest kind of thing to obtain as far as the whole craft of writing music. Because I mean anybody can write a Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but everybody can't write a Star Spangled Banner. But I ain't gonna get into that because there's a whole lot of shit behind that.
So let me ask you, because you did say that, so what were some of the people that you was influenced by growing up? Like you could say locally or, you know, on a major scale. What's some of the people you like listening to?
Oh well I can go both ways on that subject. Locally, I actually grew up listening to a guy by the name of Nah Dread. He was with the DUC back in the day. And he actually was like my mentor as far as learning how to rap or whatnot. And I was working in a barbershop then. So when I was working in the barbershop, I was like at least like 11, 12 working at the barbershop. And that kind of got me to understand how to hustle or whatnot and just being active and about getting money. And then on top of that, I had people who was mentoring me with other kind of skills. So with Nod, he kind of helped me, mentor me as far as learning how to construct how to construct bars and stuff like that. So as far as that aspect of rapping, he was one of the persons, as well as Nick Fury. A lot of people didn't know that I was actually on. I was like 11, and it was an actual battle back in the day at the farmers market that I was participating in. And that was an MC battle. So I started off in the MC battle realm.
You a battle rapper too? You battle rapper?
I used to do battle rapping back in the day.
You learned something new.
Yeah, shout out to Breeze the Poet. Cause he was Breeze went to the Armstrong, and he was battling, and he battled me one day, and he killed me. And then who else? Chris got that going. Best Kept Secret, he got that going. We used to battle and shit.
You never get on 106.5 the Cypher, did it?
I did one time,
Okay.
but I got on one time. I bombed, bro. I bombed. I'm not even gonna lie, I bombed, bro. I couldn't remember my bars when I got on there. Like, I ain't never been on. You know what I mean? That's a different type of platform from being in the classroom or on the lunch table and battling and whatnot. Like, like Murder knew me when it's a dude named Murder. Matter of fact, Murder, who is Zulu cousin.
Okay.
He got that going went to school with me to Lucille. We had tapes that we was rapping on them, man. Like, I've been doing that jump for like literally nobody's in my circle is even remotely surprised that I still do music, because I've been doing music forever. Like, literally.
So I will say, I feel like you one of the most innovative guys in Richmond.
Why you say that?
I mean, cause like even with the showcase, you used to always go above and beyond. Like, you had the dances on stage when you did the body rock. You had the, I think it was your documentary or something playing in the background at one of the showcases. Like, how did you develop your whole style and sound and the way you go about doing things? What made you want to think I was like? Cause I feel like you go outside the box a lot.
I mean, it's just I think this goes back to the other question, which I was long-winded about, but you know what I mean, it go back to the other question of my influences. You know what I mean? My mom raised me on like watching Michael Jackson and, you know what I mean, listening to Luther Vandross, and my grandma would, you know what I mean, like these top tier performers, like watching them and seeing that and seeing how they perform, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what helped me. And then kind of not even just helped me, but just kind of pushed me into around understanding it's not just, you're not just making music. This is the entertainment industry. So if you look at it as an entertainment industry, then you have to understand there's certain things that allow people to be more entertaining, which allows them to be more marketable when they talking about marketing. Because even when people say they're not marketable, it's things that they can do to add on to what it is that they do, to add on to their marketability to be able to make more money.
So would you say like your biggest song in Richmond probably was the Body Rock?
Yup, that was the biggest one. That was the biggest one. It started off, it was a song I started off with. The first one I did was called The City.
Okay.
Like, literally, every time I hit the showcase when I first started doing it, everybody, bro, you gonna do the song, you gonna do the song. And I was like, all right. And then the chant that set off Body Rock was Cousin Pete had the strippers at one of the shows. Yeah, bro, that video of my performance, bro, that video of that performance, bro, I might as well have been Uncle Luke on that joint. Because everybody, after that, everybody loved that joint. Like, I had people buying t-shirts, you know what I mean, all kinds of stuff just off of that one joint. And that was just me listening to 30. Matter of fact, I listened to 30. I talked to Cousin Pete. I talked to guy that going DJ Shorty, rest in peace. I talked to all of them, and they was giving me the information on how to actually push a single and make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't even know Body Rock has been on the radio like multiple times. like literally multiple times.
Outside of Richmond, just in Richmond.
Both in Richmond and outside of Richmond.
Oh.
You know what I mean? On internet, outside of Richmond, and on Power 92. So, you know what I mean? Because I won one of the showcases I won was 30 didn't want to give it to me because he was like, it looked funny if I win because I'm in the pocket. But he was like, he had to give it to me because it was just the right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
do you feel like you push that song as hard as you can push it?
No, I don't. I don't feel like I feel like it was a lot more work that needed to be done in the background to be able to do. But you know what I mean, with a first single and having that much of a push on it, it's a learning experience. So when you take one experience and then you learn from you do something and then you do it until you learn enough to be able to push it forward to the next one. Because a lot of times I feel like I do a lot, like I said, I do a lot of graphic designs and stuff for different artists, and I try to tell them, like, if you're gonna do a single, push that jam. Don't do a whole mixtape and then turn around and then the next month you got a brand new mixtape because you ain't even gave it enough life. You ain't gotta gave it enough legs. Like, people gotta get to know you and the music you did. And God, they're going, man, it's man, a lot of people told me, they was just like, bruh, the only thing about people that don't know about you is because you're a mystery. You do so much stuff and you be around so much, they see you, but they don't know you as a person. And I was like, but I just be ducked off. He said, I know, but if you want to be in the limelight, you got to be in the limelight.
Glowbird Think TV.